Hello everybody, my name is Chylli from channel Chylli, also known as Try, back with another episode of Modded Library of Ruina. Last time we left off, we completed the distorted Rudolph reception, section 1, and started on Corp. And we're going to be continuing with Corp in today's episode, so let's get right into it. Today's commission went well as usual. Hey, Anard. Oh, Mona, this is my first time seeing you in such a hurry. Come here, would you like a drink? Mr. Anard, what's with all the noise? Is there something going on? As you can see, I'm all wounded and I can barely... let me go in and rest for a while. What happened? Tell me slowly. I just came back and haven't caught my breath yet. Give me a margarita. I'll have a mojito. Not long after you left, a client who called himself the Observer came by and said he was from Corp. Sure enough, Mona's mojito is really strong. It's good that the drink's nature is to your liking. An art? Huh? Wing's commission. Really surprising and frightening. What's the objective, Mona? How about we talk about the reward first? Well, the reward is always our motivator, not to mention if it is from a win. Let's talk. The reward is providing us with funding, equipment, grants, and Corp's healing singularity. Corp's healing singularity? Healing singularity. With that said, can Lin Bingshua receive treatment now? What exactly does the commission say? 100 million on will be paid as deposit after acceptance of this commission. Equipment, customized service, and treatment services from Corp will be provided after the completion of the commission. It seems that they already know the situation at hand here. Yes, there are obvious hints in this commission. Is this some sort of disguised threat? It's not that we don't have any other choice. It just takes a bit of effort to move the office to another nest. Escape isn't the only way out, even if we go to another nest. It is easy for Corp to block the way to survive for the mere office, and the problem of Lin Bingshui can't be delayed any longer. I can't bear to see Lin Bingshui suffering from her headaches anymore. I don't know how long that small body of hers can last. I did say during that time that she would only be a burden. Speaking of burdens, Mona here never did rush to tell me about it. When will Mona be more honest? Okay, this isn't the time to be talking about it. Let's first see what kind of errand they have for us. Let's see. Go to the library and retrieve the Book of Sealers. Library? That library recognized as a star of the city? Right. What? Mona, isn't it the first time we've been commissioned to handle a star of the city? Are you scared? Scared? How can I be? But you should know that there have been many high-ranking fixers who all got buried in that library. Come on, Mona. How will we know if we won't try? Do you doubt our abilities? It can't be helped, you guys. This is the invitation from the library. I have signed my name. Yikes. Wasn't this decided long ago? Come on, Leah. Let's sign our names as well. Okay. Brother Sa? What are you doing? Why do you come out, Bing Shui? Did we disturb you? A little Bing Shui looks like she just woke up from a dream. Why don't you go back to sleep, Len Bing Shui? We'll keep our voices down. Is this a new commission? Bing Shui, when did you... Library, retrieve, book, and below, name? Brother Lian, have I read the words correctly? Well, yes. My little Bing Shui, please give that piece of paper back to Sister Mona. Little one, this isn't something you can mess around with. Lian, Anard, please sign your name first. My little Bing Shui, what happened? Are you going to leave me behind? No, Len Bing Shui is good. Don't cry. We'll be back after going out for a while. Little one, just wait for us here. We can take you to the doctor when we come back. Your head won't hurt anymore. Len Bing Shui, just this time, be good and wait for us here, okay? No! I want to go too. What's wrong? You've got a puzzled look on your face. That little girl exudes a familiar aura. What does she have? A headache? It doesn't feel like a normal headache. Corp actually investigated the little girl. Looking at their reactions, it's possible that she's the product of some Wings experiment or something. You have to have a really big heart to take in such a child. They all seem to be on good terms with each other, don't they? Not quite the same. Helping friends or relatives who are in distress is a different thing from becoming a friend or relative of someone who is in distress. If you already know in advance that another person's private affairs will cause you trouble in the long run, you should cut off the relationship in time. Even a high-ranking fixer with that sort of sentimentalism will one day fall into a quagmire of pain. But then again, aren't there already so many distortions running around in the city? Angela? Roland, you once said that cases concerning urban nightmares and above are mixed with an visible sense of compulsion. Whether it's Clifford who carries out the company's orders, or the wound office that handles the commissions, are they really making choices based on their own will? I think you already have the answer to that in your mind, no? Damn, the moment is here, and Bing Shui is already such a mess. We still ended up taking her with us. So, are we in the library now? It looks pretty clean here. Now that you're here, just do the right thing, Bing Shui. Don't go running around the place. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Hi, I'm Leanne Thackeris. Hello, name's Anard. Hello. As the intel states, this director really isn't human. There's something here, the Book of Sealers, right? Yes, those gifts have been turned into books. The death here means turning into a book? Feels kind of interesting. Let's protect our Bing Shui first, and both of you must pay attention to your safety as well. Here, may you find your book in this place. And I forgot to close Discord. Let me do that really quick. Okay, so this is... my game froze. There we go. So this is the exact same fight from Cold Sun Office. Except I can actually read the cards this time. Now, I'm not very educated on this, but I believe this story is the creator of this mod used Cold Sun Office's characters without permission, which is part of why this mod was taken down, I believe. Or, well, taken down in heavy quotations. It was they removed all the cutscenes and stuff until they got new content, and then they completely changed. But yeah, the creator of Corp removed the mod from the... Well, first, they made version 3.0, where they removed... Version 3.0 where they removed a lot of the content from the mod. And then in version... No, they, It's hard to play and talk at the same time. They completely removed the mod from the Steam Workshop afterwards. You can only get your hands on it through... Well, this version you can only get... There's a version on Nexus Mod, but I don't know if it's this version. I can say this is certainly going a lot worse than it did in Cold Sun. Here, let me... we obviously were not winning that one. If you're wondering, I have skimmed the untranslated version for Cold Sun Office, and that cutscene is about the same. Oh, here we can use a shockwave. And we are set up to use Indignant Flame next turn. no. That is definitely going to kill my purple tear and stagger Parker. Actually, that did not do as much as I thought it would. Again? Okay, we all beat it. And there we go. I can't tell if that was actually harder or if I just did worse. They're really looking out for each other up to the last moment. Even in such a situation, there weren't any signs of complaints from them. Once you decide on a path, there's no going back, as it should be. Really? Then what about you, Angela? Me? All the way up to this moment, after seeing so many people and things along the way, would you have any regrets? Would you still be willing to enact your revenge on that person, even if it means staining your hands with blood? I don't know. I don't even know if the freedom I desire can really be called freedom. But I think if we follow this path to the end and get the one absolute buck, we will get all the answers. So that's what you think? Well, it is indeed just another step closer towards the goal. However, judging from what that observer has been up to, it's likely that Corp won't just stop here. The wings that are willing to use all the means they have in order to achieve their goals. I mean, having to deal with stuff like that, there's no way I can stand a few more. Have I now become like those unscrupulous wings? What went wrong now that made you contact me at this time? Just now, the object of observation in this area, Page Huang, who went into the library and brought back from it what is suspected to be the power of psychoment. Did he mean the Angel of Ruina office? The situation over there doesn't look very good. Try to retrieve the object of observation intact. Hey, right. I don't think I'm going to burn these books. When Cold Sun Office gets him an official translation for that part, I'll still do a video. Well, I'm going to do a video going over the translated content, but getting 2 copies of the same thing feels a bit cheated, so I'm not going to burn these books yet. I'll just wait for the official translation. But let's move on to... Oh, that's it? Could have sworn there was 3 receptions. One second. Okay, so there was a 3rd one, but it's not in this version of the mod, so that's whatever. So, let's do the reception of the Bookhunter. That was one grand job you did with these dangerous monsters you've gathered, Miss Librarian of Death. Good work. A monster should behave as one. I trusted and followed you, knowing nothing. How many colleagues of yours, the so-called Bookhunters, have you killed? I have lost count. Countless more people will die in the future. I know humans. I learned the secrets of mankind, but the city had been hiding from them. For you do, and I know you. Thank you for all your hard work. Please die, once and for all. Thank you for putting me to rest, O child who had no name. This marked the end of the library, which had engulfed the southern part of the city for 13 years and nurtured knowledge. The pale librarian in the library was finished by human hands, but many of the things left by the library could not be dealt with by human. I think I've been reading books for days and nights now, but there's still no sign of end to them. Well, considering the number of people who have died over the past 13 years, shouldn't that be a given? Something's off, as I expected. My thoughts were not wrong. Time went by, the Librarian of Death is dead, therefore there won't be any more invitations coming either. First, the Bookhunters were tasked to go to the library several times a day before the library's director died. But after the director's death, not a single person has set their foot in the library. It was contradictory. The food I brought with me is almost gone. Looks like I have to go out. But first, let's read a few more books before we go. Countless numbers of people hailing from all corners of the city and the outskirts have come to the library. The offices at the outskirts, the figures of the back streets, the feathers of the wings, and the fixes of the associations. And now, all of them are being converted into my knowledge. Being in possession of this much knowledge would have been enough to destroy not only the South, but also the entire city. Why were you just sitting on that chair? But there was no answer to my question. No, now that I think about this. Now, put aside those useless thoughts and find more books to read. Well, I'm sure there's a book I've seen upstairs. What? Why is the paper... Look around the alleys of the city, go to the bathhouse. Is it ham ham pang pang? Is this something like a tour plan? Well, this cursive is definitely... I could tell at a glance. Who could this handwriting belong to? While I was reading the books in the library, I also found and read numerous notes written in them. This cursive was obviously that of the library directors. I can't believe you'd leave such a cute thing here. What else is there? What? Why is this line crossed out? If there's something you wanted to hide, make sure to cover it with this one-line strike-through. Let's see. Eat meat stew? Why this all of a sudden? And with Roland? If it's Roland, sure. What the name Roland meant was simple. A servant who guarded the library director's side from the very moment this place began to stand out in the city. And a person who was called the Black Silence, and at the same time was a companion of the Black Silence. It ran through my head during the first time I read the book of the Black Silence. Most of the books had the library director's notes, but there were so many notes in that one book that it couldn't even be compared to the others. Most of the contents were the director's regrets and lamentations. It was those very things she always clung to until her final moment. Why did you leave a piece of paper like this? As long as we are human, we can all simply erase our past. You cannot rid yourself of what you did in the past, which continues to haunt you, no matter how hard you try. It was in the past, and I wouldn't be able to let go of it, but this isn't the past. A piece of paper like this can easily be torn or burned. This paper contains not your past, but your regrets. People always talk about people's business like it's nothing to them, but you know it's not true. It's so stupid. It hasn't been worth anything since you killed this Roland person. In my eyes, it's worthless. Were you still not able to let go even though you were already gone? That's the way humans are by nature. Even a sheet of paper like this can hold a lot of meanings. I can picture you holding this paper more realistically than anyone else. Looking at this paper now, I can imagine you making all sorts of regrets and laments. You couldn't think of something similar with me? Did you always look at this piece of paper and not me? Child, whatever answers you're looking for, I cannot give it to you. After all, I am merely a figment of your imagination. But I've only believed and followed your words. I was the one who killed you after carrying out your wishes, still choosing to believe you. If I cannot even think of you, then what's going to be left of me now? Don't you know? Guess you won't be getting any more answers from me? Did you really value a friendship of less than a year more than me? I trusted you and followed you. Did you just want to go back to the days of that friendship? I only had my eyes for you. I didn't have a name. You led me without a name. I had no way. You showed me the way. I used to love you like that. You didn't look at me once like that. Now you don't even say anything. And now I'm without a name again. All the people that have died here. The man who hurt you. And me who killed you. If none of them really meant anything to you, then I'll do anything to make you look at me. Even if it means giving everything I have. Could this really be possible? The Purple Tear, what kind of person was she? It took me quite a while to find her book, but it was worth it. You have managed to succeed in such an absurd plan. By the way, I was wondering what the library looked like 13 years ago. No big difference? Who are you? And how did you get here? Oh, you appeared earlier than I thought, library director. The person I knew isn't like this. Kinda strange to see you like this, isn't it? Let me ask you again. Who are you, and how did you get here? You don't have to know my name. It doesn't hold any meaning to you. If you're asking me how I got in, do you suppose I have my own ways? Then I'll change the question. What is your purpose for coming here? Naturally, I'm here to find a book. You're here to find a book? Yes, there's a lot of books here, right? The library has already closed its doors. Whatever it is you seek, there's nothing for you to take. What do you mean there's nothing for me to take? There should be books and librarians here, no? I don't know which specific book you want, but I don't have it anymore. All of them have been consumed by the light. The effort to get a book in the library from the outside is unrealistic. But there's still a pity, and I don't have a book for you. Books consumed by light, the library and the outskirts. It's so different from what I knew. You keep speaking as if you know something. What the hell do you know? Well, you. I know you. I know this library. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't have any books left for you. Now go back on your own. Do you have anything else to say? Well, I guess it's okay if you don't have any books. That could be more important than that. Are there any other important things left in the library besides the books? Your life? You don't get anything here, no matter what you do. There are no books, and no knowledge to be gained, and even more my life. That doesn't matter. And right, if this is really what you want. There's no more books left, but please, may you find your book in this place. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, we need the knowledge bearer to clash with that. Right. And that should put us into stage 2. Now we need to redirect that over here. There we go. Interesting. That was really bad. What was that? Sorry, I had to check something really quick. I'll go. What the hell was that? Why did I just die? This spontaneous death out of nowhere. unfortunate. I didn't expect him to roll that hard. Not gonna make the same mistake as last time, just gonna delete that. Become knowledge bearer. Try that, barricade. Try that. I think this might be the kill. Never mind, he's still not taking HP damage. Okay, so we want to do that. I wasn't paying attention to show which one it was. I'll just flash hold them then. Never mind, I don't have enough light to do that. I just hope it was imprudent. There is no knowledge bearer. Interesting. So it really does have modded content mixed in too. I wasn't aware of that. Okay, that was a bad decision on my part. Should have not done that. Hey, it's blue. Your justice. Okay, that is 2 collapse out of 3. And it's justice again. Okay, and that is 3 collapse. Mass summation. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Okay, and he's dead. Are you approaching me like this? I don't think any of this makes sense to you as well. I don't know who you are and why you came to the library. And I don't know why you've been fighting so far. I've only been chasing the one person I trusted and followed. The one who left me without leaving anything behind. The one who never looked at me until the very end. I came all the way here simply because I resented you so much. You think I'm stupid? I've met a lot of people in this library. There were many people who came after seeing things like wealth, fame, and opportunities. There were people who hated me. You don't truly feel that way. How do you know that? There's no way you possibly know how I feel. The person I used to know never cared about the feelings and opinions of others. I don't know the person you knew me as. I don't know why you came to me or what it is you feel towards me. You asked me if you look stupid. Your face now, you look sad. That's funny. You don't know anything about me. There's no way you would ever say that to me. You would never come up to me like this. Maybe if you were at least the one I loved. If you're like that, then what are you doing? If you get this close, I can cut you down. If that would satisfy you. If I could ease your sorrow, I'll be happy with that too. Why are you... It's sad to be turned away by someone you want to look at yourself. That's why I was always sad. I blamed and hated the person who turned away from me, but... he's already gone, and now I'm all alone. You are too, aren't you? You can't be chasing after someone who's already gone. Only sadness awaits you if you keep on trying. And if all you have left now is sadness, I'll be sad with you. But you didn't even glance at me once since the moment you died. I had to kill you, the one I loved, with my own hands. Even in the moment of death, I'd been chasing you, who was only looking back. What else is left but this lingering sorrow? I've never loved anyone, and nor was I loved by anyone. I do not understand love. The feelings of resentment, hatred, and joy are familiar to me, yet also foreign at the same time. There's no way for me to grasp love just like that. But the feeling of sorrow is always familiar, because I have always been sad. I can't love you, because I can't be the one you knew. I know I won't be able to fully reach you, even if I were to love you like that. So I'll be sad with you. That's all I can do for you. You are not the person I knew. As I have said, I cannot be the one you once knew, because the only one of myself who exists here is me. It's okay. Speak slowly. Was I just taking it out on you, even though you clearly did nothing wrong? I just wanted to see you again. I would never see you again, the one I knew. I'm so sad because I wouldn't be able to talk to you again. Better now? Yes. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm fine. If the reason you're doing this is because of the me you once knew, then I have to endure this. You're who I knew, and you who you are now are so different. The one I knew was more cold, more ruthless, and more heartless. He just greeted those who came to the library without even saying a single word. And I wanted to talk to you a little more. Are you disappointed to find out I'm not that kind of person? No. You are much more warm, more loving, and more emotional than that person ever was. I could never imagine you being like that. I want to end this now. Like you said, I'm merely chasing after someone who's already long gone. Will leave only sadness. You can leave this place now if you wish, leading others to their deaths, lest me and the librarians here are all tired of it. And lastly, will you allow me a favor? Tell me. Could you turn me into a book? I don't have any more regrets. I'm not sad. I would rather be by your side as a book and go back to the city with the way things are. Would you please do me this favor? And write if that's what you really want. You have done really well. Yes, you have done really well so far. But it's time for you to rest now. Thank you so much, Library Director. Hey, right. You did a good job this time, too. To handle the library and its knowledge at will. I didn't think such a person would ever appear here. And nor did I expect guests to come to the outskirts after the invitations stopped being sent. Maybe she came in through some sort of external intervention, just like the blue reverberation in his ensemble. I was pretty surprised myself too when I thought of her coming all the way out here. So what? Got any clues on who she is? No. No clues except for the fact that she clearly knows me. Well, it doesn't really matter anymore, now that she's dead. So why did you suddenly approach her in the middle of the reception? Remember when I said the library will be run in a different way from how it was up until now? Of course I remember. As I've said, I was simply trying out different ways. Fortunately, it seems to have worked out pretty well. Come on. I thought my heart would drop when you hugged her. What if she really cut you off? I was sure she wouldn't, so I tried. In a book I read before, it said hugging is the most common and simple yet effective way of communication. Now that I'm back in a machine's body, I know I wouldn't die, even if I cut myself, right? I know that, but anyway, try not to do something so dangerous again. It's going to be a hassle for everyone if you ever get into some big trouble. Well, I'll take note of that. By the way, that power she was using, I couldn't understand it at all. How could someone wield the knowledge of the library, which has long since disappeared? Is there any singularity that can harness your ego and the library's power? I don't think so. The power she was using, in other words, the components of the book she was holding, were the same as those from the library in the past. And it'd be right to say that book is a compressed form of the library's knowledge and power. So that means the books which was consumed by the light at that time, along with your ego, all got jammed into one book? Doesn't that make more sense? I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure her power was clearly that of the libraries. What was written in her book? I read it, but didn't find any useful information. There's nothing about her name or age, not to mention the source of her abilities. You don't even know who uses the power of the library and can't get information about her with the power of the library? It's too agonizing to end it here without finding out anything. You can't even ask someone who's already dead. It would be better if we take our time on this matter for now. Yeah, contemplating any more like this won't get us any answers. Okay? Is this? How does it feel to wake up? Why did you call me back? I told you, everyone's tired of leading others to their deaths. So I decided it would be better to restore you first. There's no point in having a book made out of memories and knowledge from the dead anymore. Is that why you brought me back to life? I didn't save you just to relieve some of my guilt. You know this, right? You have no reason to be doing this. I accepted your request to turn you into a book, so now it's your turn to do me a favor. What do you want from me? For now, please stay by my side for a while. I'll explain this to the other librarians later on my own. And while you're by my side, tell me everything about yourself. Starting from simple information, such as your name and age, to more complex ones, like the source of that power you wield. You mean the things about me? Right, and after we're all done, I'll tell you everything about me, the other librarians, and this library. We can eventually get to know each other someday. Get to know each other. I don't know you, and you don't know me. So I'm presenting this suggestion. For us to get to know you, and for me to tell you what you don't know about me. As for me, I mean, there's really no reason for me to say no. Well, I suppose. You said you wanted to be by my side, right? Yes, I've said so. Then wouldn't it be better to do things this way than for me to go around tearing your book? Well, if that's the case. Anyway, that'll be all. Please take care of me from now on. Yes, then please take care of me as well. All right. There we go, fix my audio quality. Interesting. Alright. Well, that's where we're gonna leave off today's episode. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time when we continue with more Modded Library of Ruina. Until then, bye!